welcome to Storytelling Tarot. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I wanted to get a daily divination for September 15th, 2025. I was actually getting ready to relax and spend some time with myself, and I just felt the urge and the unction to come before the collective. So we're going to get a message for us all as we start our new week. So wherever you are watching this, listening to this, I'll put with this message. Ooh, oh, cars are jumping out already. Hope that wherever you are, you're able to and ready to receive. All right, I'm going to get a couple of oracle cards and then we'll get some tarot and we'll see what the divine has for us to know for September 15th. Just get one more. There we go. All right. Hi, Rory. Oh, okay. Message is kind of loud. Okay, I wish I missed my top-down view, but I'm just going to show you just even when we look at the energy, right? We got oranges and reds. The energy is hot. The energy is hot. And these cards are anger, ideation, and frustration. Anger, ideation, and frustration. And so, I feel like this is very appropriate for the energy that we have been under, the energy of what's going on in the world. This eclipse season has been particularly contentious. And I think that this is really the divine inviting us to be aware, to be present. Not just say you're going to leave. Now stay where you at. I think the divine is asking for us to be present with what is, right? It's so interesting that anger is showing up. I was telling my best friend this morning, I was like, I am feeling so activated. And she asked me, good activated or bad activated? And I said, I'm feeling like rage. I'm feeling angry. And, hello. And I was saying, let me reframe because my rage actually grounds me, because I was saying I wasn't grounded because I was feeling rage. And I said, my rage is actually what grounds me. My rage is actually what keeps me. My rage is stabilizing, right? And so, yes, God is good all the time. And so, at least my God, I don't know which God you're talking about, but my God is good all the time. Now, I thought that was so interesting because typically people say when you get in your emotions that, it takes you off. It takes you someplace you don't need to be, right? And so when I was able to do that reframe for myself, it really it did something for me to think that, oh, what if the rage is not supposed to engulf us, but to motivate us, but to mobilize us, right? And so I love that this anger card moves us into ideation, right? It moves us into ideation. But let me tell you something. The ideas, the dreaming that happens because of what happened comes out of our rage. Where the frustration comes in is when you decide to stop at ideation. It's when you decide to just stop at the thought and never move toward action and execution. It's when you allow the frustration to fester, but you don't do anything with it. What are you doing with the rage? What are you doing with the anger? What are you doing with what is happening in you? Yeah, sometimes anger gets shit done. That's right. And so we don't have to demonize our anger, right? We don't have to be afraid of anger. This spread with all this red hot energy is really saying this is the energy to work with and to alchemize right now. Right? Fire purifies. Fire clarifies. And what's cool about this, bottom of the deck, got that blue energy, cleanse. But what does it mean for us to use the fire to cleanse? Right? The fire that brings out the purest forms of gold, right? When you add something to heat, you change it, you make it something brand new. And I think that we have to not be afraid of the heat that anger can generate. I think that we should become comfortable with the rage if that is what you are present with. Because underneath the rage is a story, is more tending, right? Rage is usually what shows up first, but there's so much more beneath the rage, right? For me, as I was sitting with my own anger and rage, just at the state of the world today, I recognized, like, with this rage, there's also grief, right? So it makes sense then that water energy would come here and ground. Like I talked about the grounding, right? Lord have mercy. I picked up the cleanse card and look what was beneath it. Pain, more red energy. So I know I'm here. I'm talking good right now. Underneath the rage, yeah, there's pain and there's grief. And oftentimes we suppress the rage because we want to perform healing. We want to perform like, I'm good, I'm all right. We want to perform a cool head. But sometimes you need the flame, right? Sometimes the medicine is in your rage. Because when you are with the pain, with whatever is causing that reaction, that emotional reaction, when you can be with it, when you can be with yourself without judging, without shaming, without preaching to yourself, without trying to get yourself in line, when you can just be at peace with what is, then you slip into that ideation. You allow yourself to be, right? As soon as my friend said, "Oh, is it bad activation or good?" I said, it's good activation. Because the more I looked at what was causing the rage, I could see the grief. And then I could be with that. And that then gave me more ideas of what it is that I could be doing about what is causing the pain in the first place, right? That is the alchemy. Rory says, I'm thinking about how when water, cleansing meets fire, rage, things bubble up and break the surface, break the ideation. Yes, the boiling water. What is it gonna take you to get to your boiling point? Huh? Yeah. I actually really, really love that. I love that analogy there. The boiling point. Can you be with your rage? Can you be with your rage? Can you be with yourself long enough? Can you locate where the rage sits in your body? Can you be with it long enough not to judge yourself? Not to make light of it? Not to pathologize it? Not even to make meaning right away? Can you just be with your rage? Can your rage stabilize you? Can your rage stabilize you? Can you allow your rage to move you into creativity, to come up with creative solutions, creative ideas, creative projects, creative ways to serve yourself and others? Can you let your rage fuel you, right? The church folks might call it righteous indignation. Can you let your rage take you there? Because when we keep it down, when we try to keep ourselves in check and not let the rage come out, not let the emotions come out, that's where the frustration comes. That's when it gets hard. That's when we start to feel aches and pains in our bodies because we're just trying to hold everything together. What about if you could just slowly release? Right? It's like when you are boiling water in a kettle. When it gets to the boiling point, it doesn't just boil over until it gets everywhere. No, the kettle starts to let the steam out. Yeah. Let the steam out. Release. Release the rage. Release the rage. Slowly, slowly. I feel like as long as we can be with it, then that is when the kettle starts to release it. And that's when even more clarity comes. Because I don't think that we're unclear when we're rageful, not always. But I think that more clarity comes as we're with ourselves, as we hold ourselves in our rage. Right? Right. If we're lucky, then we can have loved ones witness our rage. Right? Like I was talking to my homegirl. It's like, girl, I'm angry right now. And she was with me while I was angry. Right? When you have that, that is like you releasing that steam. Because then your creative juices start flowing. Yeah. Well, I don't know what is coming forward for September 15th. But if you are feeling any sensations that might feel like anger or rage, my offer to you, my invitation is to take even just a brief moment to be with it. And ask yourself, where do I feel rage in my body? What does the rage want to say to me right now? How can I honor myself and the rage in this moment? And what will we do together to alchemize this rage into positive change for myself or for the world? How can rage be an ally and not an energy that we alienate? Thank you, Oracle King, for the flower. I see you sent a gift. Thank you. I think I'm going to pull like a single tarot card for each element. I'm going to start with fire signs since we got all this fiery energy. Let's start with fire signs. What's the daily dose message for fire signs for September 15th? fire signs. You have the Magician. You have the Magician. So it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Magician is asking for you. Well, we've been talking about alchemizing. So as we're talking about this energy of you feeling emotionally activated, Spirit is saying for you, this is the energy for you to use. Use it for yourself. Use it for the world. Use it to manifest, right? Use it to bring something out of the atmosphere that didn't exist before, but you are able to do so. Use it. Use it. Turn on the charm, fire signs. Do what you do, right? Make yourself shine in dark places. That's what you do. You are conjure. So conjure with your words, with your deeds, right? With your tools. Conjure. Let's do air signs. You got your pocketbook. Let's do air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What's the daily dose? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You got the world. You got the whole world in your hands, huh? So your daily dose, this is, it's interesting because you may be closing out a big cycle. You may be closing out a big cycle and you need to celebrate it. Though it might not always feel easy, or that this particular thing that you are stepping into, you might not even feel ready for it, but you're ready. And so as you are moving throughout this day, if you are feeling activated, know that this is sign for your elevation. And so I am so excited about what is possible for you in this moment, because for the air signs, it could be time for you to get loud. Maybe you need to broadcast some of your thoughts and ideas, particularly things that are activating you in this time. Let the world hear you. Let the world witness you. Yeah. Someone says tarot and horoscopes developed under completely different cultures and time periods and thus have absolutely nothing to do with each other. You can go, but that's interesting because there are literally zodiac signs on the card. So, okay. Right, Rory. If you're not here to receive, just leave. Here's the thing about me. You cannot, you can't throw me off game. That doesn't work. So if you just, all you're doing is bringing more people to my live stream. So the thing is, I've already enchanted. Baby, I know they were not on the original cards, but the iconography was. So, anywho, if you want to be a smartass, okay. But you can't throw me off. I know what I'm here for. Do you know why you here? All right, let's move on to earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What is the daily dose for my earth signs? Ooh, 2 cards try to come out. Prince of Cups. For the earth signs, you have the Prince of Cups. I am, I actually really, really love this. So this is on 2 fronts. I think there is one, a focus on what you want. It feels very reciprocal, right? Like for the 15th, and particularly as you are experiencing some sort of, I know we talked about this, with all the fire energy, with all of the rage, the anger, the activations. Spirit is actually saying for the earth signs, you might need to cool your head. You actually might need something to bring some refreshing in. So when you are in that period of moving through whatever is activating you and allowing that to kind of push you toward ideation, Look for soft places to land. Look for waters, cool waters for your spirit, right? Some of y'all might actually need to drink some water, stay hydrated, right? And ensure that what you are ready to bring forward, the offers that you have for the world, that they are actually moving from a heart space of pure love, of also something that is going to be joyful and spiritually satiating. That's the word I'm looking for, satiating. And so I am you know, it's also cute. This has 2 cups on it. And so this is also a call for the earth signs. Do something that is going to be spiritually and emotionally connecting relationally as well. So spending time with your ancestors and your spirits, spending time with people that you love, really that may be a part of that satiation, right? Is and do something sweet. Do something sweet. And so let us move on to I use a different deck for each sign, but I don't have a 4th deck near me. That's okay. I'll use this one again. And it will be for who haven't I done yet? Water. Cancer. Cancer. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. Cancer, Pisces. Why do I always forget the water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There we go. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Imani. Let's see. What is the daily dose for the water signs? What is the daily dose for the water signs? 3 of Pentacles. So earlier when I was talking about feeling the rage and feeling the anger, the frustration and all of that, and I said that it might be helpful to like reach out to others, the 3 of Pentacles is saying put that to good use. How are you, what is it that you are studying? What is it that you are doing in collaboration with others that might actually be useful for what it is? So let me say it like this. It feels like whatever it is that might be activating the water signs, this could be something that is a collective matter, right? And so who's your community that you can link up with, who they have the same values, they care about the same things, or they may even have some wisdom to share with you that will actually help you. So this is like very much so get into the group chat and be like, hey, yo, this thing is really making me feel away. What can we do to address this? What can we do to learn more about this? What can we do to maybe even get into some kind of mutual aid opportunity? Something here is about sharing ideas and learning from one another. And so when you are activated, this is encouragement to share. Don't isolate. Really bring what you have to others, and let it actually like strengthen the bond of the people that you are in relationship with. Yeah. Hi, wild boy. I already did the air signs. I did air signs second. Yeah. Thank y'all for being here tonight and allowing the message to come forward. I feel hopeful, even in the midst of a world that wants to stomp us out, to silence our voices, to cause us to shrink and to hide. We won't do that. We're not doing that. Thank you, Wild Boy. I like my bookshelf too. We're not backing down. right? We are going to move forward and be who we're supposed to be, no matter who's watching. And we are not going to allow even our own frustrations to keep us from our forward motion and mobility to create the world that we want to see, the world that we want to live in. So that's all for me tonight. I'm sending y'all so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful night and a beautiful day. And talk to you real soon. Bye.